Plucking the Hairline. Hi, I'm Steve Luttrell, your hair loss consultant, and welcome to my channel, The Real Deal, where I talk about your hair loss, why you've lost your hair, and is there anything you can do to get it back. Alright guys, so first I'd like to get out of the way, just make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and if you have any comments or suggestions what you'd like to hear, because that's how I make these videos, on your suggestions and what I see on the internet that you guys have questions about. So make sure you're in the comment section below, you add those comments and suggestions. Alright, so let's get started on our video today, and today's video is called Plucking the Hairline. Alright, so I see online a lot of the DIY influencers out there that are telling you how to wear your hair system and how to trick it out and how to do your hair, and you know, well, they have little experience when it comes to this other than their own hair. So the problem is when you start plucking the hairline for a photo shoot, great, no problem. Have done it many times for photo shoots, for studios and companies that I worked for in the past. Does it make the hairline look more realistic? Especially, yes, in these 110, 120, and 100% densities that you guys are ordering from these online factories from Alibaba and all these places that, you know, personally, for my own clients, those are unacceptable hairlines. They're too thick. In real hair, guys that have that thick of a hair usually don't like it. It's just too wiggy looking. So, so I get the idea that when they're getting these hair systems from these factories that are just making this stock density of thickness, that in order to make that hair look a little better, they go in there with the tweezers and they start plucking hairs out of the front edges of the hair system. But the problem with that is, if it's a lace system, okay, you can do that. A lace system is a hair that's been tied or knotted onto a mesh. So when you start doing that, you're going to undo the knot. If you break the knot or the knots have been sealed, you might not be able to move that. So you also, by plucking, you could also destroy the lace. And once you remove and destroy the lace, it will start unraveling itself. All right, so that's lace and plucking the hairlines. Plucking the hairline on a skin-based system. If you're plucking on a 0.03 especially, or even, they got some that's even thinner than that, I don't particularly care for them. But if you start plucking on a 0.03 millimeter skin system, picture this. If you take a balloon and you poke holes in it, and in those holes you put hair, folded over hair. So you're punching it, the hair goes in and it stays, and it kind of reseals that hole for now. But if you go in and you start pulling those hairs back out, the hole is going to remain there. It's not going to reclose itself back up. So as long as that hole is there and you're going along that front edge and you're pulling quite a few of those out, you're now creating lots of holes. So when you lay that system down and you bring that system a little tight, the chances of it tearing or ripping or fraying, because now you've compromised the strength of it by putting holes in it, it's not going to be a good thing. You're going to actually, one, like I said, tear it and end up with holes, a big hole, or you're going to start losing more hairs because you've compromised the base so much and you've left all these holes that are empty now that have no hair in them to hold everything together. Okay, so plucking the hairline, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about plucking the hairline. Going in there, removing little hairs. Like I said, one or two stray hairs that just doesn't want to cooperate, not a problem. But to go in there and start really altering that hairline, it's a disaster waiting to happen. As a stylist that got into this industry over 25 years ago, I did everything I possibly could to make these things look as real as possible. And again, for a photo shoot, for a TV piece or a commercial, you know, that's great. But you're better off starting out with the correct density in the front to give you that realistic looking hairline. So check out my other videos. It talks about choosing the right density for your hair and the hairline. But personally, any hairline that's got 100%, 110, 120% density or more, it's not going to be a nice hairline. It's going to be very dense, especially in the darker colors, 1B, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be very dense, all right, and very thick looking. Okay, so I do not recommend plucking hairlines or plucking hair out of the hairlines. All right, guys. Hope that answers your question on whether you should pluck the hairs out of the hairline of your non-surgical hair system to make it more realistic looking and to soften the edge. Again, my suggestion is no. I think you're much better off starting with the correct density and getting the right hair system in the first place. Once you start altering it, you are altering it. And it's going to start falling apart once you start altering it. That's a tough one. Anyways, guys, hope you got some value. And if you did, please subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to give me that thumbs up. And if you have any comments, suggestions, questions, anything you would like to see, make sure you leave those in the comment section below also. And I'm Steve Luttrell, your hair loss consultant. And this has been The Real Deal. Have a great hair day, guys.